Hey guys, it's Tony. Welcome to 20 Questions, the Rock Boat 22 edition, presented by the Moverb Lounge, a collaboration with the Mo Fam. If you're curious what that's all about and you want to become a member of the Mo Fam, you can go to patreon.com/TonyLuca, patreon.com/TonyLuca, become a patron and join the conversation. But yes, this is 20 Questions, the vlog, wherein my patrons post questions to the Patreon page, and I give them roughly 20 questions worth of answers. This week we got them asking questions about the rock boat, as I spent a week at sea with some of my favorite bands and friends and musical companions of all time. And so, plenty to cover, so we'll get right to it. First off, Stephanie wanted to know, who are you most looking forward to seeing or hanging with? And that's an impossible question to answer. If you've been on the rock boat, if you're part of the rock boat family, you know it's just everybody. It's so wonderful to see everybody. But there's one person in particular that I just light up when I see him, only because he works both for Sixthman and is also a musician who gets to play on the rock boat, and that's Charlie McEwen. Charlie is an awesome friend, and he's just a spirit animal of many sorts. He's always there with the percussion and the friendship, and a really tremendous sense of humor. So, I would have to say Charlie kind of makes my rock boat when I get to see Charlie on board. We had a blast on this particular cruise. In fact, his wife DJ is always out there as well, and we just have a really great time. Next up is Wesley had a few questions, but mostly he was curious about what I like to do off the ship. And when you're out there for days on end, it's always nice. Usually there's 2 port days where we go, and you can get off the boat and see the sights and things. And we'd like to do that when we can, when the weather's good, when the port city's kind of cool and has amenities and things to offer. We were in the Dominican Republic this time, and so we got off and got to kind of just post up and enjoy the pool and the things that are there right there in the port city. But we also went and walked around town and saw Umbrella Street, which is really cool and beautiful. Saw some exotic birds, and had some lunch at a local spot. Had some really good ceviche, and it was just really beautiful. So it's always nice to get off and see things. But he also wanted to know, are there any perks? What perks are there to being an artist on a boat? Do you get like a free cabin and all that stuff? And yes, of course you get a free cabin. It's part of the deal. But this year I got a special little birthday greeting from the folks at Norwegian. They realized it was my birthday on our embarkation day, which was on the 23rd, of course. And so I got a little Grogu on my bed. They like to make animals with the towels, and they went a step further and got one from a galaxy far, far away. Next up, Jen Haskin, who was on the boat herself. It was great to see her out there, and she was curious, who is your favorite collaboration? And obviously, there's just every stage you go to, people are sitting in with each other, and it's just a blast. That's just the spirit of the boat, are the collaborations. This boat in particular, I was out there in service of Brian Facchino's band. He brought me on as his lead singer, and so really, my job was to kind of shed light, add to his spotlight. And so, but that allowed me to play a bunch of my songs, which is really cool. And he's far and away like my favorite collaboration on the boat. Even when I wasn't in his band, just to get to play with him is always an honor. But to get this kind of quality time with him was just invaluable. And if you collaborate with Brian in this capacity, you're going to pretty much see everybody else on the boat, because everybody wants to collaborate with Brian. But we got to do a lot of really great shows and had some cabin shows that were really great and amazing. And he played some of his best music on this boat. I also got to be a part of his Positivity Jam, which is the biggest collaboration on the boat, and it's where all the artists get together and do these last-minute sort of, group songs, and it's all in the name of positivity, and Brian hosts that, and it's just such a special event. Then Talisa wanted to know what my wife Rachel's favorite things are on the boat. What's her favorite part of the boat? And it's always nice to be able to bring my wife on these cruises, because it's a vacation for us. We get some quality time together. And on this one, she was specifically said, like, I really want to make sure we get some time together. But I was surprised at how much she really wanted to see some of the bands that were on there. And we saw a lot of great new music. But she likes to get off the boat as well, and go be a little more adventurous and go see things, and she's always looking for stuff for the kids. And we just had a great time, and she just relaxes a little more with every day, and thus, in my opinion, she just gets cuter with every picture that I take. So, yeah, just so wonderful to have Rachel out there with us. It was great. Finally, Grace wanted to know if I could put together my own, dream festival at sea, who would it be and what would it include? What bands would it include? And I gotta say, dream would be like, let's go back in time. It's hard to kind of put together a band these days, a lineup these days that would make sense. But I would definitely go with a yacht rock review kind of thing, maybe circa like 1985 with Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald and Toto and Steely Dan, maybe Christopher Cross. It couples so well with the whole, cruise ship thing at sea. That music just really kind of hits the spot. So that's it, you guys. I appreciate all your questions. And again, if you're like, what is this Mo Verb Lounge thing? Well, this is part of the exchange that I have with the Mo Fam. They contribute immensely to what I do, my content. And if you are into that kind of thing, join us. Patreon.com/Tony Luca, Patreon.com/Tony Luca, and join the Mo Fam. In the meantime, you guys take care, rock out, and we'll see you next time. Got some little instrument filling up my ear like Brian Pacino. Naughty little laughter says it all. Make the trouble and the pain wash away like the rain. She's gonna catch a little baby when he falls.